Hi, welcome to Paper Tales by Kunali, and today I'm going to be teaching you all something really cute. The last time we made these flowers, really tiny flowers, and I was going to show you all where I'm going to use them. So first we need to make a few of these flowers, and we'll make a bigger version of these, and I'll show you this version right now, and then we'll go ahead and make our final idea that I'm going to be teaching today. So let's start. For this you'll require strips of paper. So you're gonna need light blue strips of paper. We're making 6 petal flowers, so you'll need 6 of these, and a darker colored paper for the contrast. Along with that, for the bud that I've shown over here, we're going to need 1 mm strips of paper. You can use these same strips also. That's perfectly fine. That's totally upon you guys. I like the effect that this gives. That's the reason I'm using these. So 1 mm white strips of paper, glue, your quilling tool, tweezers, paper cutter, and any tool that is blunt at the bottom. So I'm using my regular quilling tool, but it has this nice blunt bottom, and we're going to need that. So let's start. As usual, we'll start with rolling our strip of paper. This is a single strip of paper which measures 12 inches in height and is around 3.5 millimeters wide. So we are taking our battery operated quilling tool, and we are rolling this paper. You can use your regular quilling tool. Once you have this, you tighten it up. So this helps in unfurling it easily. It unfurls beautifully, as you can see. Now we will choose our size, the size of the roll. So each of the petals, so we're making 6 petals, we need 6 petals for this flower. So each of the roll has to be a particular size. So you start with deciding what size you want it to be. This is about 1.25 centimeters wide, and that's what we are going to use. So we'll apply glue. Tighten it with a tweezer. Make sure it's stuck well, and keep our contrasting strip of paper ready. And what we'll do is we'll adjust the roll. So this is fine. This is what I need. This is the stuck portion where we stuck our strip of paper. It has to be on the either side of your roll. Now what we'll do, we'll take the tweezer, and right at the center we'll push it inwards. That's how I do it. Pinch both the sides, apply glue, take your dark strip of paper, and go around it twice. So 1, apply a bit of glue, and 2. and this is what you're left with. A really cute petal. Exactly like this, make 6 other petals and keep them ready. So we've got 6 petals over here and they're all ready. Now what we'll do is we'll leave them aside and we'll create our bud. For the bud, as I mentioned, I'm using 1mm strips of paper. So I've taken a brown and a green strip of paper. Now we'll cut it in half. Because this is a small bud, we don't need, this is a small flower, we don't need the entire strip of paper. So we are cutting them in half. If we go for a bigger flower, we'll use the entire strip of paper. Now you cut it in half and use 2 of these colors. I like adding contrasting colors. That's the reason I'm using 2 colors. You can use a single color. Once again, that's, you decide what you like to do. Now we will place them like this, one on top of the other. Now this, the lighter color will be inside and the darker color will be outside, as always. Fold it. Use your tweezer. Don't use your quilling tool for this. Use a tweezer, is much more easier to use. And you keep rolling. So handling these 1mm strips of paper is a little difficult, but once you use it regularly, you'll get a hang of it. Now we cut off the excess portions so that it's easier to stick. Cut them in a staggered way, like so. This is what and there you are, you're left with a lovely bud. So you place your petals first and apply glue on your bud, and a good amount of glue. Place it on your flower. Now you push it down so that it's stuck well. Give it a couple of minutes. Now after a couple of minutes, while it's still wet, what you do is you press down like so. So we are trying to give it a nice curve, but this is not enough, so we need a little more curvature. So what we'll do is we'll take this blunt end of my quilling tool and we'll press down on it, and then we'll press it even further. One of the reasons why I like using this 1mm wide strip is because of this. So we're giving it much more curve, so it's becoming even more deep, the flower. So this is what we are left with. Okay, now what we'll do is, once this is a little dry, what you need to do is turn it around and apply glue all over on all the petals after this has dried. So what you do, you'll start with applying glue over here, right at the center, a good amount of glue. To make sure that all the petals are stuck. Then you start with applying glue around over here on all the petals. I'm not touching it right now because it's still a little delicate and it might just open up. Alright, so you leave this aside to dry, then you apply glue all around on all the back petals and you allow it to dry. I usually allow it to dry overnight, and what you're left with is this. We'll need 4 flowers. Which are like this. Exactly the same style that we made that earlier flower. I've applied glue over here and all around over here. If it shines a little, you'll understand that it's glue. So they're all stuck well and they won't unfold. So this is what we need. We need 4 of these flowers. Now we're going to bring them together. So what are we going to do? We're going to apply glue to 2 petals over here. So I'm making a cute dangler with this, a nice 3D dangler, and it looks so cute. So you can try different colored petals also. It depends on your likes and dislikes. So this can be used for as an ornament for Christmas also. So this is just an idea that I'm coming up with, and I really liked it very, very much. You'll apply glue on these petals and you'll push them together. This is how it's going to look, and the 4th one will go over here. So you apply glue. So use regular PVA glue, don't use watered down glue or it's of no use. It will come off. Now, and 6 petal flowers will work best in this setting, and you put them together. So you press down on all the sides. The flower sizes will have to be same, all of them. That is when it will look perfect. So this is what you're left with. A lovely ball of flowers on all the sides, and it looks really cute. If you want to try something new, something different, what you could do is you could make these tiny flowers and stick them on top, so they'll add a little more, it'll be even more intricate. So that's once again your idea if you want to do that. Now what we can do is, you can, where do we use them now? See, these are created and they look cute. So this is the tiny version of this same thing. So now where do you use this? I would use this, say, as an ornament, as I mentioned earlier, a lovely dangler. You could also use these tiny ones as nice hanging earrings or a pendant. It would look really cute on that. I've also made, I've used a satay stick over here and I've painted it with acrylic colors, and I've stuck the pointy edge of the satay stick right at the center over here. I've applied glue and I'm going to use this as a bookmark, a really beautiful bookmark. You can gift it to your friends or family, whoever loves reading books, and it's going to look really gorgeous. So this is another way in which you can use this. Also, do not forget to apply varnish over here on all the flowers on the outside, so that it stays nice and strong. Despite that it's even strong right now, because it's stuck so well, so there's no issue with that. So earrings, bookmarks, danglers for your Christmas tree ornaments. You can use them on your greeting cards as usual. Make cute fridge magnets, nice 3D fridge magnets. You could stick a magnet over here and stick it to your fridge, and it would look really interesting, something very different. The tiny ones can be used as fingerings if you want. That's once again, the possibilities are endless. What I have done over here is I've also stuck it on this tiny toothpick. So this could work as a small bookmark, or you could stand them in a flower pot and you could make tiny fridge magnets, flower pot fridge magnets. I'll share a photo of this idea once I come up with it on Facebook or my Instagram. You can check that out. Also, along with this, what I've done is I've created this. This is still in the ideation stage. That made this metal wire loop kind of thing around the flowers. So you can make something like this. Make a dangler for your car, the rear view mirror of your car, and it would look really gorgeous. You could hang it in your house also, wherever you want, and it would look really gorgeous. Also, this 3-tiered ornament would look really pretty. Once again, bigger, smaller, and smallest flower. The bigger flower, this flower is this size. I made it with one strip of paper, one single strip of paper petals, whereas this one is made with 1.5 strip of paper. So the size of each strip of these petals is 18 inches tall. Everything else remains the same, and these buds are created with two 12-inch strips of papers, so brown and green as usual. Everything else remains the same. The style in which I've stuck them, these flowers you'd already seen last time when I'd made them. So give this a shot, see what works for you. I love them as danglers, very ornamental, very pretty, and they look very different. So I hope you give it a shot. I hope you give it a try, and thanks very much for watching. So you're already probably starting to work on your Christmas ornaments. So this would be a perfect time to start doing this. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.